Hello, my name is Ilona and it's very early. I am still at my own house and I'll be going to the other house to take care of the dog there, Senna. She's a sweetheart. She's a Bordeaux dog. Oh, she's so cute. Yeah, she's a dog with all the drool, but she's such a sweetheart. So I'll be going over there well, after I've done this, obviously. So I first want to take a look at the energy of Australia. What is going on in Australia? I've mentioned yesterday in my video that they have a new American ambassador, Caroline Kennedy. So that was very, very important. I thought that was very good news. So I'm just going to take a look at the energy of Australia right now. Let's see. Oh, everything is upside down. This is interesting. I wasn't in a way paying attention, but I'm going to leave it at this because that is important. We have the Eight of Cups. We have the Nine of Pentacles as the central card. We have the Six of Swords in the past. We have Justice underneath the Nine of Pentacles. We have the Six of Cups in the future and Temperance. So when it's upside down, everything is still upside down in Australia. But I have a feeling it's going to flip over pretty soon because the cards itself are actually in a way quite positive. So I'm just going to show you, this is the first card. This is actually if it's upright, it's of course now laying like this, but if it's upright, it is moving away from things. And that it's already started in the past. This is also a card of leaving. These cards both show someone leaving. This is leaving for an unsure future, not knowing where they're going, still a bit frightening, you know, what's going on. And this is a very deliberate choice to move away from something. So I have a feeling this will flip when probably something's going to happen or something's going to change in the energy. And when it flips, people will immediately start moving away from what's going on now. But there's still some energy going on there. I think there's still some dark energies trying to keep a hold of what's going on there. But they are losing ground. So I do have a feeling this is going to flip. And because the cards are upright, all quite positive, I don't think this is going to last very long. And this is about independence. This is about people from in Australia finding their own path, their own way to health, to the community, to connection with themselves. This is so important. So this has to do with making a choice. Probably the Australians themselves have to make a choice to emotionally step away from something, to leave that behind, to leave this situation behind. I do believe more and more people are waking up there. What I've read a little bit, that the situation is getting very ridiculous, and that's the point. So people will need to leave their comfort zone. It's important. Sometimes you have to wake up people. This is about justice. This is about serving justice. It's still upside down now, but I have a feeling it's going to change quickly and in a very resolute manner, like it's going to be very sudden. That's the feeling I'm getting. And then justice will be served. But right now, there's still some dark energies that still have a hold of certain areas, of certain parts. And it's very important for the people in Australia themselves to leave this behind, to emotionally leave things behind, move away from this, follow their own plan, their own independence. And then we have these two cards. This is the Six of Cups, which usually means children, things going on with children. It could also be connecting with the inner child. I do believe that it's important on all kinds of levels. So if you really want to connect with your intuition, with God, it is so important to connect with yourself, your inner self, with everything that you have inside of yourself, all your emotions, balance them. But this is also about things about children that are going to come out. I think things are coming out. You see that worldwide. More and more emphasis. Even Mr. T mentioned it in his talk for CPAC about satanic rituals going on. So that's very interesting. People are going to hear about this. More and more things are going on. What's going on in Hollywood? I believe an actress that was working on the Disney program is speaking out about things. more and more will come out. And I do believe in Australia, things will come out as well. Horrible things have happened there as well, especially underneath Australia. But this has like two meanings. Things will come out to balance and to heal things. And this is about for the Australians themselves to heal parts in themselves that are still damaged, that need healing, that are in a way being dependent on things outside of themselves, on the government. People need to become independent, and especially in Australia, that's very important. But still things are upside down, but I have some feeling that's going to flip around very quickly. And then I think people in Australia will be moving away very, how to say, it's almost like a radical decision that they make. This is like moving away with conscious choice. That's why the man is wearing this red cape. A very conscious choice to leave a certain situation behind that doesn't feel right anymore. And the justice card and the balance card is about balance. You see here the scale, you see here the 2 cups, the foot in the water, the foot on the ground. This is about balancing things out. That's so important. I think balance will be the theme for the time ahead, and worldwide and in Australia, balancing things out. So that's the energy in Australia. I also want to look at Ireland. I have a kind of a question myself. So I'm just going to get 3 cards for that, see if what the cards will say about that. If Ireland and Northern Ireland are going to be one unity again after everything has fallen down. Are they going to be united again as one Ireland? A lot of horrendous things have happened there. I am sure the dark energies really did a number there on the Irish, on the people, of course, of Britain. They wanted control. So I'm just going to take 3 cards if they are going to be reunited again at some point in time. Oh, and again, it's upside down. Well, that's suitable. The Knight of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles, and the 2 of Wands. To me, this is interesting. I forgot to turn it around again. That's probably, there's a reason, because right now it's not in balance. That's what it feels like. I believe they are supposed to be connected. That's the feeling I'm getting. So again, I feel that that's going to happen. There's going to be a change. And I think it has to do with, first, things have to fall apart. It really has to completely collapse. The dark energies have to collapse. And in that case, when you flip this around, this will be an opportunity, because the Page of Pentacles is about opportunity, to see if they can connect again. It won't be easy because we have the 2 of Wands. So I do believe that there are people, obviously, in Ireland and in Northern Ireland who are like, well, is this really what we want to do? Is this necessary? It's not like people will be like cheering along. I'm sure some will, but some people obviously won't. They're still like, this is more of a feeling that they're not going to be that enthusiastic, but I believe that it will happen, but more in the later on. There's going to be a plan, they're going to roll that out, they're going to see how it will work, but in the moment when it's possible, a lot of people are still not sure if that's the right thing to do. But I do think, and a decision has to be made. So this is about someone who is like a bit like, well, how to say that, apathetic, like, is this really necessary? Should we be doing this? So I do think that there's still some resistance. But ultimately, this will be an opportunity to unite. And I do think that plans will be made, but it will take their time. It will take their time. But I do believe and feel that they will be reunited someday. So I'm going to take a look at the energy of Ireland right now. Let's see. Let's see. What's going on there? Justice. Oh, again! It's the way it is. The Star is for the central card. We have the 7 of Swords in the past. We have the Wheel of Fortune underneath the Star. We have the 4 of Cups for the near future. And we have the Knight of Pentacles So that's interesting. We do have 2 cards that are upright, but still a lot of things are upside down there. So there's still a hold from the dark energies. They're still trying to roll things out. There is help from the aliens off-world. So I do believe, I've read some reactions from people in Ireland, living in Ireland, that a lot of things are going on, a lot of gray skies. It's very possible a lot is happening from the alien front, from the off-worlders that are trying to help out. Certain things they don't want you to see, then they cloud up everything to mask things. But there is a lot of help, and I do think it is flipped around. It's almost like we really are near flipping the script. That's what it feels like, because I just keep my pile the way it is. But this is interesting, and I do believe that when it's changed, we will see more of the off-worlders. There is a lot of help in Ireland, but it's in the background. Like I said, it's flipped upside down, so people don't see it, so people don't know that's going on. But we will see more and more, and especially when it's flipped, because they are working on justice. This justice card is upright, so there's a lot of work done there, I believe, by the Whiteheads. So maybe people are, how do you say this, seeing some things. But like I've said, a lot of the cards are still upside down, so it will look like they still have a lot of control, but they are losing it. They are losing the control there. This is the Wheel of Fortune, so as soon as things are really starting to flip, things will move fast for Ireland. I think a lot of things will happen very fast, just globally, but in Ireland specifically, positive times will come. So there's a lot of help for people in Ireland. There's a lot of off-world help, spiritual, dimensional help. I think there's a lot of connection to Ireland themselves. It's a very mystical, magical country to me, at least. I always had a connection with Ireland. I've been there twice. Beautiful country, beautiful people. This is interesting. So we have the Knight of Pentacles for the future, near future, and the Four of Cups. So as soon as things will flip, you will see that a lot of people will really start to open their mouths of what's been going on, and how this is like a feeling of dissatisfied, not happy with what's going on. So I do believe that the people in Ireland will open up more and more, especially when things are starting to happen. Like when this flip will happen, it's also possible this flip will happen in the energy first, also in Australia, but also in Ireland, and that people will really start to speak up and say that they're completely dissatisfied with what's going on. I'm sure right now a lot of people are, but they're not opening, how to say that, or really open about that. They probably are talking about that amongst each other, but not mentioning it out loud. So I do think more and more people will come together, and there will be more plans laid out, because it's the Knight of Pentacles, and that's about planning ahead, looking what is the right way to handle things. So there are plans in effect there. But I think right now it's still flipped, most of the cards. And there's still a lot going on there. So this is interesting to me. Justice is going on. It's on the background, so people don't see it yet. A lot of help from the spiritual side, but people don't see that yet either. But as soon as things flip, so it's very possible in the energy, then people will start to see it. Things positive changes will happen. People will open up and say really what this is about, and they will plan things. They'll start to take action, but they will think about it thoroughly. And it's also possible that certain plans that the Whiteheads have for Ireland will be rolled out, but it will take their time. This is about thinking, planning, and then taking action. So this is interesting. I'm just going to flip that around now. So I'm going to take a look at Spain, the energy of Spain. Let's see what's going to happen now. I did flip my deck for Spain. Don't know why I had the feeling to do that. So let's see for Spain what's going to happen. We have the Ten of Wands. We have the central card, the Fool. We have the King of Cups in the past. We have the Four of Wands in underneath the central card. We have the Six of Wands, the future, and the Knight of Cups. This is very interesting. So there is a new energy in Spain, opening up new possibilities, but there are a lot of people are walking around with being suppressed in a way. It's almost like people don't know how to handle things. Things are getting out of control. So there's a lot of pressure on people. I'm sure there's a lot of with food prices, and people just kind of don't know where they're going because this person has no idea what's going on, can't really see what's going on. But there is also reason to kind of celebrate. This is interesting. So in the energy of Spain, I do believe there are a lot of people still following orders in a way in Spain. Some areas they don't. So it depends on where you are in Spain. But I believe people are more opening up. So there's going to be more connection. There's going to be a new start of a new cycle. So I do believe things are going to change. But right now it can still feel like so much is going on, so much pressure. And it almost seems like a lot of people are still asleep. Although I think somewhere deep down things are changing. And especially with these cards in the future, this is victory and this is a chance to really connect. And I think that's very, very important. I do believe right now there is more connection going on in Spain. People are more, maybe more starting more initiatives. It doesn't mean that this is known or shown, that people will see it right now, because like I said, a lot of people have no idea what they're doing and they're just kind of following along. But there's going to be a victory in the future, going to be a chance to really connect, because that's what this is about. It's about connection. But things aren't completely upside down. So I do believe there's still a lot going on, but I don't believe that the dark energies have such a grip on Spain anymore. This may sound strange, but it's very possible that the biggest problem right now is still the people of Spain and not necessarily the dark energies. So it's about waking up people, and new energy is coming in, new cycle is starting, and this will help people connect in Spain and help them to wake up as well. So I see positive changes for Spain, but I do believe that it's not necessarily the dark energies there, but more the people themselves that need to start opening their eyes and start waking up. Of course, it's up to them to decide that or not, but the opportunity will be there, and I do believe more and more people are waking up. There will be a victory. So I'd like to leave it at this and hope to see you in another video. Bye.